I guess there really is no break here. I'm going to thank the organizers at the end if I still have time. Thomas Edison said, to invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. Well, our 21st century pile of junk includes social media, which has already proved its worth in emergencies like the earthquake in Haiti. It helped link first responders with people trapped in the rubble, but it continued to match needs and response for medical care, food, and water. A Google group served as a trust network among the hundreds of NGOs working in health in Haiti and became critical in the cholera outbreak, giving voice to people in remote areas that were pleading for medical care and supplies. The WHO estimates that 1.8 million people die per year from diarrheal disease, most of them children. In the US, foodborne illness affects 48 million people a year, killing 3,000 and hospitalizing over 100,000. Of those who are sick, almost nobody goes to the doctor, few provide a sample, and a confirmed lab diagnosis is rare. So we really rely on the tip of the iceberg to launch an outbreak investigation. Yet we still have to link cases, find a common food source, and trace it back through a convoluted food chain. This results in delays of weeks to months. In the case of peanut butter and salmonella in peanut butter, it took over 4 months from onset to recall. We have to move to the left of this curve. With funds from CDC, we held a workshop to see whether social media could help us with this. We assembled a multidisciplinary team with various subgroups. One group conducted a scoping study to assess the current state of knowledge of digital disease detection. A Scopus search found 693 articles, of which 32 were primary research. Most of them dealt with influenza, but a few touched on foodborne illness. Most used Google search queries, but with more recent forays into Twitter and other tools. A look at the Twitter sphere for foodborne illness shows the ontological challenge in identifying relevant tweets. There are a variety of words and misspellings that have to be put into context, mentions of restaurants, and hints that people have eaten at home. Our research group has a bot that can listen to Twitter feeds and soon will listen to Facebook as well. It can automatically respond to relevant tweets with advice or requests for additional information. In addition to text, it can also capture photos and geolocation information, which can be useful in an outbreak. For example, a group of cyclists all got sick after a ride, so they contacted their local health department, and photos from the ride alerted the investigators to the possibility of mud rather than food as the source of Campylobacter ingestion. Even if geolocation information isn't initially available, other services such as Foursquare and Yelp can help cross-link people, places, and the food they've consumed. The technological challenge is small compared to the behavioral changes and organizational changes that are necessary to integrate with existing systems and the private sector. In addition to some great leadership from CDC, we have a group that includes former high-level officials from FDA and DOD who are willing to work with us on a plan for adoption. The long-term plan is to combine social data with data from sensors embedded throughout the food supply chain. This will allow early detection and response to contaminated food. Once again, the technology is the easy part compared to re-engineering people's deeply ingrained beliefs and hierarchical organizations. We need to demonstrate the reliability of existing and new streams of data to trigger outbreak investigations. Could we provide a threshold which would enable investigations without laboratory confirmation? John Snow did so in 1854. Trial and error will continue, both with social media and with human social networks. Right now, we're a part of the audience, listening to a stream of social data and trying to make sense of it. But with what we're now learning, we'll be able to compose new works, form new ensembles, and convert the audience to participants. We need a new approach to health, which is more comprehensive and includes the health of our water, environment, food, economy, and society. We need a systems approach that is adaptive and resilient. Our health and security depend on it. I'd like to thank the sponsors and organizers of this, of this workshop, and also my many contributors to this work, and I look forward to learning from all of you.